So what's up, guys? I am back. After a couple day break of not really doing anything productive anyway, but I just didn't really have a chance to make a video. So, but I did record some new footage in the past couple days, and I thought, today I'd just jump on it, add the audio, and give you guys something new to watch. So this is me playing the sniper, and this is gonna be, I think this is the third class in my little countdown of me posting a class video and sort of giving you a guide half the time, or sort of going off on random tangents the other half of the time. And so this is the sniper. Um, my opinions on the sniper. My opinions on the sniper are that it's probably one of those classes where aim is a huge factor. Like in Team Fortress 2, aiming I don't think is that big of a factor because a lot, like I said, like a lot of this game is based off of teamwork and just simply playing smart. Like, example, my favorite class, the medic, is not really based off aim at all. It's just based more off movement, awareness, and judgment, things like that. I mean, there are those times where quick aim with the minigun, medigun, will save your teammates, but most of the time it's just smart play that is the medic saving grace. Other classes where aim isn't that big of a deal is things like the demo man and the soldier, kind of. The soldier, I feel like aim sometimes does play a role. The demo man, however, is more of I think tactics, simply because I think he's more of a spamming class in a way. Not in I don't mean that in an derogatory manner either. That's just kind of excuse me, what his class is aimed towards. Aimed towards, haha. Anyway, but also the pyro. The pyro, honestly, aiming I don't think is really important at all. I mean, he's clearly a spamming class, which is probably what attracts a lot of players to him, which isn't a problem to me because I mean I love the pyro. I mean, I'm almost tempted to say the pyro is my second favorite class, but I mean that's the pyro, and the scout. The scout, honestly, I'd say aiming is a pretty big deal for the scout, and that's simply because I mean I hate the scout. Normally, I'd say I hate the scout, and honestly, in the past couple of days, are the only times I've really started to get into playing the scout, and I've realized how the scout speed mobility is actually fun. Like the scout can be really fun if you play him right, but I don't want to get into that just yet until I make my scout video. But the scout does take a lot of aim because believe it or not, it is hard to aim while moving so quickly. Yeah, you're harder to hit, but yeah, it also makes things harder to hit. Um, the heavy also, although the heavy can is a spam cannon in a way, I'd say aim is sort of a big deal with the heavy. But now we're at the sniper. Now, just the sniper in the name itself, inherently, I'd say it's the most aim-based class in the game. Now, that's not to say that it's the most skill-based class, although I'm tempted to say it is, because a good sniper, I'd say, is honestly defined by a lot of his aim. And, I mean, that's not to say that the sniper can get away with having just good aim. The sniper needs to have awareness by far, because if the sniper isn't aware and is constantly just hard scoping and doing shit like that, you will get backstabbed 10 times over. And you might get away with a couple of nice headshot kills, but if you're versing an enemy team that's somewhat competent, they're gonna switch to spies, cloak up, and rape your shit if you're not aware. Another thing with snipers is that if you don't have good aim, you're simply not really gonna kill anything, no matter what you're using. The sniper is based off that, just in helping the team, just by getting kills. Also, the sniper I'd say can be used for spotting or scouting in a way. Recon actually is the right word of kind of peering into the enemy's base and seeing what kind of emplacements the enemy has up. But that's just me. Like in this gameplay, you'll see my aim is not very good. I mean, I pull off and this honestly, I'm also the kind of person. I'm not really that picky with my gameplay, even though I should be. Like, I feel like at the beginning of all this, I thought that I'd post really beast gameplay for everything, but I think I'm just too lazy to do that. So, I just post gameplay of the class itself, and, although this gameplay may not be the best display of, elite skills. With me talking, although I'm not the best TF2 player, I think I know enough by playing with other people and reading things and watching other TF2 players to at least know the right things, though I may not act on them, if that makes any sense to you guys. Now back to what I was saying. I do not have the best aim with a sniper. I fully admit it. I do not have the best awareness. I fully admit that. Um, but I mean, in my book, here's how to play the sniper. I'd say you have to know when to scope in with the sniper. Something that I find very bad is the more you're scoped in, the worse it is, because you're moving less. Enemies, you're less aware because you have such a narrow point of view. So you're easy targets for spies, other snipers. And it's not the fact that you shouldn't be scoped in. Like, that's not me condoning, like, quick scoping or anything. Quick scoping in this game is probably one of the worst things you could do. This isn't Call of Duty. You gotta take time with your shots. Simply, not just because it's more efficient. It's just simply because in this game, hard scoping is a necessity because of the power bar, or whatever the hell that thing is. The longer you're scoped in, the more powerful your shots are. And that is key in this game because of the health, of the high health a lot of the classes have in this game. Like, you can't put in multiple shots into people and expect to get a kill because you'll be doing so little damage. um, basically what you gotta do to remedy that is just learn the choke points of every single map, know when to be scoped in, and know when to scope in so you have the full power bar when enemies start coming around, stuff like that. Alright, you also gotta know when to keep moving, you gotta know good sniper vantage points. And when I say good sniper vantage points, I mean don't use the overused ones, because the overused ones will most of the time just get you killed. Really learn to come in at different angles, because the best sniper saving grace is his range, and that means that you can come and attack enemies from very odd angles, vantage points, things like that. So catch them off guard. Like, I mean, feel free to use the overused points, like, and especially in a map like Two Fort. Oh, this isn't 2-4, what the hell? A map like this, I don't even know the name. There are it's kind of like a sniper paradise in a way, if you notice. I mean, look at the two right there, because of the two, high vantage points. Like, in most games, it's looked at as a better vantage point the higher the vantage point with a sniper. And, I mean, that makes sense, and it's probably true in most cases, but, I mean, this is how I play the sniper. When the game starts or whatever, go to the most overused vantage point. Why not? Make sure that no other sniper's looking at it though, and the majority of the time there usually won't be, depending on what game mode you're playing. And snipe to your heart's content. But I'd say 2 to 3 kills from that spot maximum, and then move, because at that point other snipers are gonna be looking for your head, or spies are gonna be running in that area cloaked. So 2 to 3 kills max, and then change positions. If you're versing another sniper, change positions even more, especially if you're versing a competent sniper. If you're against a competent sniper, if you keep coming back to the same spot, it's just an invitation to give away non-stop headshots. So, if you're against, basically just always change position. Be unpredictable. The sniper saving grace is based off his unpredictability and the fact that he can, just get you from really odd positions because of his long-range weapon. Another thing, always spy check when you're a sniper. Always check behind you. Simply because snipers are one of the spy's main birds of prey. Main birds of prey. What the what the hell does that mean? Main targets. uh, Main targets. So you gotta always check behind you. Make sure, and that's what you can use your SMG for, your Girardi, things like that. Just every once in a while, unscope, look around you, check if there's any teammates, quote unquote. Put a couple rounds in them to check they're not spies, and then go about your business. Also, another thing, and I'm aware that bringing up tactics such as sound whoring in TF2 is kind of odd, but I mean, in a way, they can save you. Listen for footsteps if you can't do anything else, at least. Like, listen for footsteps, and if you see a teammate that probably is a spy just running at you, you'll know what to do. Another thing with a sniper that I find a lot of people to not really do. Know when to change your class and change your weapon based on what your team needs and what the situation calls for. And I mean, I know that can apply to anything in Team Fortress 2, but like here's what the thing with sniper. Snipers in this game, and not only this game but all games, seem to have this attraction to noobs. And I mean, I almost want to say that I'm a noob, but I mean, I don't want to put myself down that much. But let's face it, Call of Duty, Battlefield, almost all FPSs, and like even though TF2 isn't really an FPS, it attracts snipers simply because when you play a sniper, you kind of have that feeling of I'm cool. But the worst thing is like when you're helping out your team, there's nothing worse than a bad sniper. Because honestly, most of the people that play sniper are not good at it. Like they just try and fail and do nothing to help their team and just give away kills to the enemy. And that's just bad. Like honestly, if you're a bad player, like I said, be a class that you can at least do some damage with or help your team with. Like if you're a bad player, be a heavy or a pyro or a medic. A class that it's kind of hard to not benefit your team. The problem is most bad players try to pick difficult classes. Like a bad spy is probably one of the most detrimental things to your team, especially if you have like four of them. Same thing with the sniper. Like we all have that feeling or know that feeling when we're on a team with like four other snipers, four other spies, and you're getting absolutely raped because they can't play those classes at all. Another thing with a sniper, like the sniper can help your team if you're good at it, but also change your weapon based off the situation. Like you'll notice I'll be using the huntsman now. And I should touch a little on the huntsman, although I do not have much time left, so let me rush this a little bit. The huntsman is mainly for medium range combat, and look at that there. I don't know how the hell that happened. I was like in midair, and I didn't know till I even let my arrow go, and I got a random scout kill. I didn't even see my arrow like leave my bow, but I'm not gonna complain. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, always change your weapon based off the situation. Like if you're in a medium range combat like this, trying to fight off enemies, use the huntsman. The huntsman is not just a gimmick weapon; it is good in medium range. And